Hi everybody, my name is Jonathan and today I'm going to share with you 10 marketing strategies that will help you in your e-commerce business even if you are just starting out. I'm sure that many of you will actually learn more about this strategy and will definitely take you and your e-commerce business to the next level. Let's look at today's topic right now. 10 marketing strategies for your e-commerce business even if you just started out. Now, one of the things that I always share with my students is slow and steady wins the race. Especially true in the e-commerce marketing. All right, if you want to have sustainable success, right, you want to make sure that you get your foundation for your marketing right. Now, customers aren't always easy to engage, right? And one of the things that we realize is that the average cart abandonment rate is actually 69.2%. So from this, you can actually see that the cart abandonment rate is actually pretty high. So what are some of the things that we can do to actually reduce the cart abandonment rate and actually increase our conversion? Now, it takes persistence and a variety of marketing strategies to actually reach your audience and increase your sales, okay? So today I'm going to share with you 10 marketing techniques, all right? So I always ask people, do you know your sales process? What are some of the ways that you are doing to actually acquire your customers consistently, okay? Now, the first method I'm going to teach you is actually spreading your word through social media. All right, social media has been a game changer for a lot of people, especially e-commerce business owners. There are so many different platforms out there like Facebook, Google, YouTube, all right, even LinkedIn. All right, depending on where your customers are, you want to make sure that you actually spread the word around, right? Just like when you open a new restaurant, you want to invite your family members, you want to invite your best friends to come to your restaurant, you want to spread the word around, all right? Just like opening up an e-commerce business, you want to share with as many people as possible, all right? Get as many people as possible to know more about your e-commerce brand store. All right, and also this tea shop, Honey and Son, they use the Facebook account to actually share an upcoming industry event, all right? This is one example of how you can use social media, all right, to actually reach out to your audience, all right, to get more traffic, to know more about your brand. Now, the second method is actually through SEO, right? Having the right SEO strategy. All right, SEO is basically optimizing your website to actually get more traffic and eyeballs. So you want to optimize your online store to receive more visits by incorporating SEO keywords into your product listing titles and descriptions. All right, so for example, if you are using Shopify, all right, you want to actually optimize some keywords in your title, all right, the product that you are selling, all right, and even in the descriptions, you want to make sure some of the keywords that people search for are found on your title as well as your descriptions. And you can actually measure the success of your SEO strategy with Google Analytics. So basically, one of the things that we share is that if you want to track your success, it needs to be measured, all right? When you actually able to actually measure this data, right, then you will know whether your SEO strategy is working or not. Okay, the third method is using email promotions. I can't stress the importance of having an email list. All right, having an email list is so important because most of the platforms out there, the list doesn't belong to you, whether is it Facebook or Google. All right, if they decided to actually stop your account, or even ban your account, what you can actually rely on is your email promotions or your email list. All right, so in your Shopify store, it is very, very critical to actually have a lead magnet to actually collect the emails so that you can always remarket to this list. Okay, you can keep remarketing to this list to actually get your customers to buy from you. Some people, when they go to your e-commerce store, they might not buy from you immediately. All right, so it's very, very critical to actually continue to nurture this list. All right, you can actually send them useful content. You can send them promotions, all right, to get them to continue to buy from you. All right, send regular valuable emails for your channel to actually be an effective e-commerce marketing activity, right? There are many occasions when you can also do this. And also one of the things that I want to share with you is that besides just sending valuable content, the other thing that you can actually send to your customers is actually customer testimonials. All right, not just any other testimonials, but transformational testimonials. All right, that will really, really help people to actually feel convinced that whatever that you're offering, whether is it a product or service, it is getting them good results. Okay, the fourth method is to make it easy for your customers to get what they want. All right, so what you want to do is that you want to always make sure that your e-commerce store is fully optimized. Like for example, some of the little tweaks that you do is basically like one-click checkout. All right, if your funnel has too many steps to eventually reach the checkout page, what you want to do is to make it as easy as possible. Maybe instead of 3 steps, it becomes 1 step. Immediately checkout. All right, so all these little things will actually help to optimize your e-commerce store. All right, so if your store is poorly designed, then you are losing customers. Okay, so let's look at what exactly does a poorly designed store looks like. All right, so you should always have a clear and good website interface, optimize all your pages, have a good and well-defined theme, and optimize your website for mobile view. Okay, so this is how a well-optimized website look like. Beautifully designed, very, very easy to find the products that you want to buy. All right, so it is very clean. Now, the fifth method that I want to share with you is to reduce your abandoned cart. All right, here's the harsh truth. You are losing money every time a user abandons their cart without purchasing. Okay, there are various reasons why people abandon their checkout. I'm going to share with you some reasons, all right, that will really help you in terms of understanding your customers. All right, of course, the most common one is basically extra cost for the shipping. All right, because sometimes when they would not know how much the shipping fee costs until they go to the checkout page. Okay, so one of the things that you can do is to include the shipping cost into your product, and you offer free shipping if they spend X amount of money. All right, that will really help you in terms of the conversion. Now, some of the common things are basically like the site wants me to create an account. Then the question that you will ask yourself is that, is it necessary for your customer to have an account to buy from you? If the answer is no, then you want to skip this step. All right, the moment you collect the email from the customer, you can always remarket to them. You don't necessarily need them to create an account on your website because it's too much of a hassle, it's too troublesome, and that will really deter people from buying from your e-commerce store. Okay, and also look at the next reason is probably too long or complicated checkout process. Right, what you want to do is to have, instead of having like multiple checkout process, you probably just want to do a one-click checkout. All right, that will make the whole e-commerce experience very, very simple to buy. All right, these are some other reasons are like I couldn't see the calculated total cost upfront. All right, so you want to make sure that your pricing and your cost is as transparent as possible. Website had errors, crash. I didn't trust the site with my credit card information. All right, so what you want to do is that you want to build up credibility on your website to show people that your website is legit and people really can trust buying from the store. Delivery was too slow. All right, this is also one of the common complaints, right, among all the e-commerce business. So what you want to do is that you want to make sure that you have good testimonial reviews, and you want to make sure that your delivery is fast. All right, the customer experience is very, very important. All right, return policy wasn't satisfactory. So what you want to do is that you want to have very clear return policy written on your e-commerce store. Okay, one of the things that you can actually learn from Zappos is that they have a very good customer service. So you want to make sure this customer experience is wonderful. People enjoy the whole shopping process with you. There weren't enough payment methods. Okay, so one of the things that you can do is that you can offer multiple payment methods. All right, it could be Stripe, it could be PayPal. All right, and even you can also offer like bank transfer options, right, or cash on delivery options. All right, having more payment options definitely will help you in increasing your e-commerce sales. Okay. So craft an email that entices your visitors to return to their carts by reminding them why they purchased this in the first place. Okay, the sixth method I want to teach you is basically leverage on user-generated content. All right, user-generated content is a great way to generate social proof. All right, it can also take on many forms, all right, and it can also be even product reviews. All right, I always share that product reviews and testimonials are so important. Right, at the beginning of your e-commerce store, maybe you don't have any customers yet. What you can do is you can actually send your products to influencers or even celebrities, and ask them to actually do a product review for you. All right, that will really help you to get your first set of product reviews and testimonials to actually help you to build up some goodwill. All right, product reviews sway customers when there are plenty of them, right? And they are mainly positive from 4 to 5 stars on average. Okay, so basically, let's say if you have only 5 testimonials versus somebody that have 5,000 testimonials, all right, the person with 5,000 testimonials or even reviews will actually portray as more reliable. Okay. So what you should do, you should always encourage your customers to leave more reviews by encouraging feedback in your email. Okay, one of the things that I do is that I incentivize my customers by giving a huge discount so that they can continue to come back and shop in my store. All right. At the same time, I also gain a testimonial. All right. Read your buyers' reviews and resolve any issues that your customer mentioned in their feedback. Now, the 7th method that I want to share with you is to start a content marketing program. So every e-commerce store should consider blogging regularly to connect with your customers and to rank better in search engines. Right? There are many ways to actually take advantage of content marketing. One of the ways you can do is to start a podcast to actually feature your expertise and build a stronger audience or community. You can have guest posts on other websites and blogs to actually build awareness and generate backlinks, which also helps in the SEO. So what I did for my e-commerce store is actually I did a PR press release. All right, a lot of other blogs out there, they want to cover about my e-commerce store, and that really helps me in terms of my SEO. All right, and create long-form content and guides to actually build customer use of your product more effectively. Now, the 8th method that I want to share with you is to embrace personalization. All right, use behavioral data, personalized experiences to actually serve your customer according to their past actions and preference. All right, let's say if the customers have a history behavior of buying certain products, when a person go to your e-commerce store, you want to actually recommend them what they actually like or looking for. All right, according to BCG, right, personalization can actually lift sales as much as 10%, but the opportunity is greater than that. Only 15% of companies are using the technology to its fullest extent. All right, so one of these very popular brand, Alloy Apparel, actually shows what's a popular carousel for online shoppers and personalizes it with trending local, all right, to the visitor. Okay. Now, the 9th method that I want to share with you guys is to engage your online store visitors with live chat. All right, you can also use live chat to actually engage with your shoppers on your site. All right, live chat also enables you to have a direct conversation with your customers so that you can answer and address customer concerns right away while they are planning to buy. All right, so here's a pro tip. If you are going to have a live chat, make sure that you put your working hours very clearly. Okay, you want to make sure that if you have a live chat, you want to make sure that you are able to actually serve your customers if they are using the live chat. The last thing that you want is that you have a live chat, but after working hours, you are not replying to your customers. All right, this really causes a lot of frustration for your customers, and customer will feel that, hey, you have a live chat, but nobody is replying to me. So you really want to avoid that. Make sure that you put the working hours very clearly. And let's say if you are off the office hours and nobody is serving your customer, make sure that the live chat is off, but of course you have to leave the option to let the customers leave an email or contact number where you can actually contact them again during your working hours. All right, so to effectively manage a retargeting campaign, make sure your ads are as specific as possible. All right, and the last tip that I want to share with you is retargeting. All right, to effectively manage a retargeting campaign, make sure that your ads are as specific as possible. All right, so for example, as an e-commerce marketing strategies go, this is something that you can actually consider depending on where they are at. All right, and one of the things that I always share is that retargeting ads are really cheap. All right, so what you want to do is you want to leverage on retargeting as much as you can. Now, always remember that consistency is the key, all right, to your e-commerce success. A lot of people, they actually put in a lot of marketing efforts upfront, and they get a lot of business, and after that they actually forget about marketing. All right, what you want to do is that you want to make sure that it is consistent every single month, all right, so that your sales are consistent as well. All right, so if you love this content, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell. Every day we'll be launching new videos like this to help you to grow and scale your e-commerce business. I'll see you guys in the next video.